Hello there, my name's Duncan Ford. I'm one of the co-authors of the Oracle Siebel OpenUI Developers Handbook, and today we're going to have a short look at how to create customized themes for Siebel OpenUI. Starting here, we have the basic out-of-the-box theme. So if I go to User Preferences and have a look under Behavior, you'll see that I have the Aurora theme selected. Now, unless I really need to host multiple themes for different users, in order to create a customized version of the Aurora theme, I'm simply going to leave it with the name Aurora theme. And we're going to show now how to modify that theme to meet your needs. The first thing we'll do is start with a blank page, an empty text file, and I'm going to save this text file into the custom folder, into the public folder for IP2015. So in Client, Public, ENU, and I'm going to go into Files, Custom. Now if you don't have this, I suggest you create it. Custom, and we'll create a new theme here called Theme Demo.css. So with that in place, we now need to go and notify Siebel that that file exists so that it can pick it up. So we're going to come over to the sitemap first of all and visit the manifest files. So under manifest files, in order to get this right, I'm going to query for other files that have CSS on the end, and then I'm going to add my own. So in Files, Custom, Theme Demo.css. Now, in order to get that to load for the Aurora theme, I'm going to need to use the manifest administration to do that. So under manifest administration, I'm going to query first of all for the main themes which are active. Here we can see under platform dependent the theming rules for the application. So if the theme selected is Aurora theme, it's going to load theme Aurora.css. If the theme selected is the Synergy theme, then it's going to load theme SUI. And by default, so that's the bottom option, there's no expression, so this is akin to a default. In the default situation, it will load theme Aurora. Now, this is grayed out because this is seed data supplied by Oracle. So we're going to need to create our own version of this. So I'll start with Control B to create a copy. And then I'm going to add in the details that we need. So I'm going to select from the list of expressions the Aurora theme. And so for level 1, I have to create a level, and this forms a kind of sequencing in which it will evaluate these object expressions. What I'm going to do here is simply duplicate what's here first of all. So I'm going to look for star Aurora. We're going to add that. Now I'm going to put that as sequence 1 in order to be able to then add the file for the demo as sequence 2. The effect of this will be that any styles we put into sequence 2 will override any styles that were defined in sequence 1. So the great thing about this is that we're going to keep all of the delivered theme details and make only a small number of changes rather than duplicating the entire file, which would be a very bad idea. Now, while we're here, I could go on to redefine what happens for this theme and for this theme, but I'm not going to. I'm only going to define Aurora for the purposes of this demo. So, having defined this section of the manifest administration, I'm now going to restart the application. Now, we haven't actually added any more rules yet into the theme demo, so there should be no perceivable changes yet. But let's see if we can verify that theme demo is actually loaded. If we have a look here in the elements, we should see at the top of the head section a confirmation that theme demo has been loaded. So theme demo is now in, and you can see it's added that under platform dependent application 1. And here platform dependent application 0 was the original theme Aurora file. So anything we put into theme demo will now override anything in theme Aurora. Let's show that at work. So for example, let's pick something in the UI that we'd like to change. I'm going to come over to Accounts, and under All Accounts we're going to choose to make a change here to the way in which this information is displayed. Now, in order to figure out what to put into the theme file, I'm going to right click on this and do Inspect Element. And I should be able to see here, just make some space for this, that Abbey General Nephrology here is being defined, the styling is being defined over here on the right by the styles, and I can see which lines are defining them, but on all of the lines in theme Aurora there are multiple rules defined on each line, but Chrome nicely identifies in highlight here which is the active theme rule at this point. So it's just this bit at the beginning which is highlighted. So that's defining the font size to be 23. Now I can perform a quick test here in the UI of Chrome by copying first of all this rule, Control C there, and I'm going to add a new rule, Control V, to add in the highlighted rule below, and then I'm going to change the font size, and we'll change it to 30 point in order to make a difference. Now you can see in the UI that's been immediately reflected here, but in order to, this is only a temporary rule right now within the UI of Chrome. So to make that permanent, I'm going to copy all of this information and we're going to put that into our theme demo file. I've made that change and I'm going to save it, and now I'm going to refresh the user interface and reload all of the UI components, and that change should now be permanent. Now if I right click on it and do Inspect Element, we can see on the right hand side that theme demo on line 1 is now overriding, so you can see this has actually been crossed out, this is now overriding the original definition in theme Aurora. But the great thing about this is that in order to make my custom theme, I probably only need to add between 10 and 100 rules in here to get the results that I'm looking for. So if I wanted to make further changes, such as changing the colour of the text, that would be also very simple to do, and then I can make those changes one at a time in here. This doesn't, we're not restricted here to text on display. We can actually affect everything within the UI, from the separation between the lines, to the colours used for the tabs, to the background colours used all the way around the application, including in the menu system. Again, to make a change up here, I would right click and do Inspect Element, and we would discover what was actually driving the original colour. So if we look here, we should be able to find that the colour is being driven, background colour here. If I look through that list, I can see it's being driven by this part of the theme. UI menu item A has a background colour, and this is the permanent colour rather than the selected colour. So I'm going to select that portion of the rule, which seems a bit awkward at times. Okay, let's try again. So I shall create a new rule now, and then we'll change the background colour, and we'll choose another one of the default defined colours. So now we've got a completely different background colour. Again, to make that change permanent, I'm going to right click, copy, and paste that into here, and then confirm that those changes are permanent by refreshing the web page. So here we've got our blue text, and here we've got our purple background colour. That concludes our little demonstration of applying a custom theme and custom theming to OpenUI, to Siebel OpenUI for IP15, and the same process would apply to IP14. Sorry. Thank you for watching.